is Nancy Caraveo, and for my presentation I chose to speak about the following 4 topics: consequences of social class, physical health, and mental illness and inequalities in the medical care. Defining the word social class is often elusive, yet according to Max Weber, a German sociologist, he states social class has 3 components: class, power, and status. Karl Marx, on the other hand, had a different view in the meaning, one of 2 being capitalists who own the means of production or workers who sell their labors. Beginning with consequences of social class. The textbook states an example of how our social class affects our lives using former President George W. Bush. He was an alcoholic until age 40, arrested for drunk driving, and a C student throughout school. And yet he became the President of the United States. How did he do this? By his social class. He was the grandson of a wealthy senator and the son of a businessman who he himself became president. Fact number 1. Social class is so significant that it affects every aspect of our lives, including our physical health. Fact number 2. As you go up the social class ladder, health increases. As you go down, health decreases. The wealthy are able to afford the medical expenses and medical tests needed to treat and cure themselves, whereas the poor only have what is affordable. A high percentage of elderly poor people die sooner than the elderly wealthy people. Age makes no difference. The textbook goes into a story of Terry Tigwell, a 21-year-old diabetic who was found drenched with sweat from fever by a neighbor. The neighbor called an ambulance and Terry was rushed to the hospital where he had an outstanding bill of $9,400. When the hospital administrator learned of the admission, he went to Tigwell's room, got him out of bed, and escorted him to the parking lot. There, neighbors found him and took him home. Tigwell died approximately 12 hours later. The neighbor said, "I didn't think a hospital would just let a person die like that for lack of money." Fact number 3. Health care in the United States is not a citizen's right, but a commodity for sale. Fact number 4. Few poor people have a personal physician. They often spend hours waiting in crowded public health clinics. Fact number 5. When poor people are hospitalized, they often find themselves in understaffed and underfunded public hospitals, treated by rotating interns who do not know them and cannot follow up on their progress. Fact number 6. Poor people are more likely to smoke, eat lots of fats, be overweight, abuse drugs and alcohol, get little exercise, and practice unsafe sex. Before we go on, I'll go ahead and show you a video clip that I have found.
Percentage of our babies die in their first year of life than in Cuba, Slovenia, Estonia. How can this be? Is this just because 47 million of us have no health insurance? Healthcare can deal with the diseases and illnesses, but a lack of healthcare is not the cause of illness and disease. It's like saying, since aspirin cures a fever, that the lack of aspirin must be the cause of the fever. Or is it mostly because of our American diet and personal health behaviors? Those behaviors themselves, in part, determined by economic status. And so our ability to avoid smoking and eat a healthy diet depends, in turn, on our access to income, education, and what we call the social determinants of health.
So that was a short video clip. I'll go ahead and continue. So moving on to fact number 7. Poor people face persistent stresses which cause their bodies to wear out faster. Next, mental health fact. Well, excuse me. Moving on to mental health fact number 8. The mental health of the lower class is worse than that of the higher class. Fact number 9. Greater mental problems are part of the higher stresses that accompanies poverty. And my last topic, mental illness and inequality in medical care. Fact number 10. The rich are more likely to be treated with talk therapy, whereas the poor with drug therapy. Social class determines all aspects of our lives from the moment we are born to the day we die. Thank you, that's it.